Hello guys, welcome back to my channel JBR Online Classes. Like, share and subscribe my channel.
So hello everyone, now in this video I'm going to start exercise 3.3. For the previous part, please check the description box, the link will be there. So here, some number 1, 1. Find the square roots of the following numbers by prime factorization method. So as here 784 is the first number. So first you have to factorize this number by the prime numbers. Remember that, by the prime numbers. That means 2, 3, 5, 7 in this way. So first divide it by 2, it will be 392. Then again divide it by 2, 196. Again divide it by 2, that is 98. Then again it will be 49. Now that one will be 7 by 7. Okay, so that means here you can write down 2 how many times, 4 times, and 7 as here 2 times. Okay, now you have to find out the square root of 784. So you can write down this one as 2 into 2, again 2 into 2, and then 7 into 7. So as here 2 into 2, one pair, that is the second pair and the third pair. So for the first pair it will be only 1 2, for the second one again 2, and for the third one again 7. Okay, so this one for that one in this way. So as here 2 into 2 it's 4, 4 into 7 it's 28. That is your answer. Always remember that the square root of two pair you have to write down only one time. Okay, so first you have to make the pair of the numbers. So now the next one 441, it will be very easy, that it will be 21, and next one 1849. So as here 1849, again similar method 1849. So first divide it by 43. So 43 then divide, it will be 43 here. So as here 1849 square root, it will be here 43 into 43. So your answer will be only 43. Okay, next one will be 4356, it will be 66. Then 6241, it will be 79. After that here some number 6 you have 8836. So as here 8836, so do one thing, first divide it by 2, then you will get here 4418. After that again 2, then 2209, then again divide it by 47, it becomes here 47. Okay, so now here root over of 8836, that equal to here 2 into 2 into 47 into 47. So this one pair, the second pair, so your answer will be 2 into 47, and that one equal to 94. Okay, so I hope you can solve the 7 and 8 one. So now let's move on to sum number 2. In sum number 2, find the square root of the following numbers by prime factorization method. Here again you have the mixed fraction. Okay, that means 9 whole 67 by 121. So first thing you have to do, first you have to change this fraction into improper fraction. So in that case, that one will be here 1156, then 121. Okay, now you have to find out the square root of this one. So write down here 1156 by 121. So as here 121 is a square root, that is 11 square, and here 1156. So factorize this one, then you will get as here 578. This one will be here 289. Again this one 17. So it will be 17. So write down here 11 into 11 for 121, and for the upper one it will be 2 into 2, then 17 into 17 under root. So from the upper one you will get 2 into 17, from the lower one you will get 11 only. So it will be here 34 by 11 as your answer. So now the next one, I hope you can solve it. So let's move on to the last one. You have 0 point, how many 0? 2 0, then 6 4. So it will be here 64 by, for point it 1 and 1 2 3 4. So it will be 4 zeros will be there. Okay, now you have to find out the square root of 64 by that one. So square root of 64, that is 8, and square root of that one, that will be here 100. So that means 8 by 100. So it will be here 0.08. Okay, 0.08 is your answer. You can factorize 64 by the prime numbers also. Now next one, sum number 3. In sum number 3, for each of the following number, find the smallest natural number by which it should be multiplied so as to get a perfect square number. Also find the square root of the square number so obtained. So it's very easy, as here first number you have 588. So first thing you have to find out the prime factorization of this one. So it will be here 294. Then again if you multiply by 2 it will be 147. Then divide by 7 it will be here 21. And then again divide by 7 it will be 3. So as here 588 you can write down 2 into 2 into 7 into 7 into 3. Okay, that means since 3 left unpaired, okay, here these 3 left unpaired. So to make it paired you should multiply it by 3. Okay, to make it pair you should multiply 3 by this one. So your first answer will be here 3. That is your first answer, that is the smallest number. Now also you have to find out the square root of the square number so obtained. So now the square number will be 588 into 3. Okay, that means here you can write down 2 into 2 into 7 into 7 and then 3 into 3. Clear? So it will be here 1764 after multiplication, and the answer will be here under root of this one. So 2, 7 and 3, that equal to 42. So I hope in this way you can solve the other problem. So here I am going to solve the last one, that is 6300. Okay, the last one, that is 6300. So again here 6300. So first divide by 2, you will get here 3150. Again divide it by 2, it will be 1575. Then divide it by 5, it will be here 315. Then again 5, it will be here 63. Now here 3, so it will be here 21. Again 3, 7. So that means you can write down here 2 into 2, then 5 into 5, then 3 into 7, sorry, 3 into 3, and last one here 7. Okay, that means 7 is only one unpaired number. So to make it paired, you have to multiply this one, that means 6300 by 7. So 7 is your first number. Now the next number, you have to multiply this one to find the square number. So this one will be 2 into 2, 5 into 5, then 3 into 3, and that one 7 into 7. So your answer will be here, it's 44100, and in that case here 2 into 2, 5 into 5, 3 into 3, and here 7 into 7. So your answer will be 2 into 5 into 3 into 7. That means 210. So 210 is the final answer. Now sum number 4. In sum number 4, for each of the following numbers find the smallest natural number by which it should be divided so that the quotient is a perfect square number. Again same problem. Okay, that means in that problem you have to find out again the unpaired number, and that unpaired number will be your answer. So if you divide this one you will get 936. Then again divide, it's 468. Then again it will be here 234. Then here it will be 117. Now by 3 it will be 39. Again by 3 it will be here 13. Okay, so that means you can write down here 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, and then here 3 into 3 and 13. So pair is also pair, also in pair, but here 13 is not in paired. Okay, so that is the only unpaired number. That means you should divide this one, that means 1872 by 13. So that is the smallest natural number. That will be your first answer. And if you divide it by 13, then you will get here 1872 by 13, and this one will be now 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, and then 3 into 3, because 13 and 13 will be cancelled out. So here that one will be 144, and the root over of this one just write down in this way. So here now 2 into 2 into 3, so it will be here 12. So 12 is your answer. So in this way I hope you can solve it. So now let's move on to sum number 4. Now the fourth one you have 16244. So if you divide 16244 by 2, then you will get here 8122. Then again divide it by 2, then you will get here 4061. So that means here write down 2 into 2 and then 4061. So now your answer will be here 4061 will be your first answer. And next one, if you divide this one by 4061, that means 16244, divide by 4061, then you will get here 4. And 4 means, so root 4, that equal to here 2. That is your second answer. In your book, maybe the answer is wrong. Now next, sum number 5. In sum number 5, find the smallest square number that is divisible by each of the following number. Okay, that is divisible by each of the following number. So do one thing. First, you have to find out the LCM of this number. So here the number are 3, 6, 10 and 15. So first find out the LCM of that one. So divide it by 2, it will be 3, then 3, 5, 15. Then divided by 3, so 1, 1, 5 and then 5. Again divided by 5, so it will be here this one. So here LCM equal to 2 into 3 into 5, and that equal to here 30. Okay, so 30 is the LCM. That means the number 30, it's divisible by each and every number. Now we have to find out the square number. Okay, so here the square number will be square number equal to 30 square, that equal to 900. Okay, so 900 is divisible by each and every number. So in this way I hope you can solve sum number 2 and 3. So here in sum number 6, 4225. Okay, 4225 plants are to be planted in a garden in such a way that each row contains as many plants as the number of rows. Okay, listen very carefully. Each row contains as many plants as the number of rows. Find the number of rows and the number of plants in each row. So let the number of rows equal to x and the number of plant in each row, that equal to also x, because here you have to planted the rows, sorry, you have to planted the, because here you have to planted the plants in such a way that each row contains as many plants as the number of rows. So according to the problem here, x into x, that will be here 4225. That means x square equal to 4225. So x equal to root over 4225. Now you have to factorize this one. So 4225, first divide it by 5. Okay, so if you divide it by 5, it will be 845. Then again divide it by 5, it will be here 169. Again divided by 13, it will be 13. So that one equal to 5 into 5 into 13 into 13. So here 5 into 13, that means 65. So 65 is the number of rows and as well as the number of plant in each row, and that is your answer. Now sum number 7. So here in sum number 7, the area of a rectangle, so here the area, that is 1936 square meter. If the length and the of the rectangle is 4 times its breadth, find the dimension of the rectangle. So as here length equal to 4 into breadth, and you know to find out the area, that is length into breadth, that equal to 1936. Now replace L as 4b because length equal to 4 into breadth. So 4b into b, that equal to 1936. So 4b square equal to 1936. So now here you can write down 4b square, or you can directly write down as b square. Okay, just write down here b square, that one equal to 1936 by 4, that equal to 484. Then b equal to root over 484, and that equal to 22. So that means here breadth equal to 22. So length equal to 22 into 4, that one 88. Your answer. Now sum number 8. Sum number 8, you have, in a school, a PT teacher want to arrange 2000 students in the form of rows and columns for PT display. If the number of rows is equal to the number of columns and 64 students could not accommodated in the arrangement, find the number of rows. Okay, so first let here number of rows equal to x, as well as number of column equal to also x, and 64 student could not accommodate it. That means if you multiply x with x, it becomes here 2000 minus 64. Okay, 2000 minus 64, so it will be here 1936. So that means here x square equal to 1936. So you can write down x equal to root over 1936. Now I hope you can find out the value of under root. So 1936, that equal to 44. So that means here number of rows that equal to 44, and as well as number of column equal to also 44. Now next one, sum number here 9. In sum number 9, in a school, the student of class 8 collected rupees 2304 for a picnic. Each student contributed as many rupees as the number of students in the class. So that means first find the number of students in the class. So let the number of students, okay, that equal to x, and as here each student contributed as many as rupees the number of student, so that means the amount, that means the amount contributed by each student, that equal to rupees x, or each student contributed rupees x. So the total amount will be x into x, x into x, that equal to 2304. So here x square equal to 2304. Okay, so that means here x equal to, you can write down x equal to root over 2304, and that one equal to 48. So number of student equal to 48, and each student contributed rupees 48. That is your answer. Now next one, sum number 10. So here in sum number 10, the product of two numbers, that is 7260. That means first number into second number, that is 7260. If one number is 15 times the other number, suppose here first number equal to second number into 15, 15 times, so you can replace first as second number into 15, and then again the second number, that equal to 7260. So in the left hand side you have second into second, that means second number square, and that one will be 7260. Okay, 7260 divided by 15, so that equal to 484. So that means here second number will be root over 484, you know that equal to 22. Then the first number will be 22 into 15. Okay, first number will be 22 into 15, that equal to 330. So your answer will be here 330 and 22. Now sum number 11. Sum number 11, find three positive number in the ratio 2 is to 3 is to 5. Okay, the sum of whose square is 950. So as here the ratio of the number is 2 is to 3 is to 5. So first let x as the proportional constant. So here the first number will be 2x, second number will be 3x, and the third number will be here 5x. X definitely not equal to 0 and a proportional constant. So the square of this number, so it will be here 4x square plus 9x square plus 25x square, that one equal to 950. Now if you add here 25 plus 9 plus 4, that equal to 38 x square, that equal to 950. Now here 950 divided by 38, it's 25. So x square equal to 25. That means x equal to 5. So here your number 5 into 2, it's 10. 5 into 3, it's 15. And 5 into 5, it's 25. So that is your answer. 10, 15 and 25. Okay, now let's move on to the last sum number 12. So guys, if you like my video, please share this video and please subscribe my channel. The perimeter of two squares are 60 meters and 144 meters. Okay, so here the first square, the perimeter is 60, and here the second square, here the perimeter is 144. Find the perimeter of another square equal in area to the sum of the first two squares. So you have to add this one and you will get another square. You have to find out the area of that one. So you know the formula to find out the perimeter, that is 4a. A means here side. So here the first one, 4a equal to 60. So that means here a1, suppose here a1. So a1 equal to 60 by 4, that means 15. Okay. So the side of the first square, that is 15. Next, 4a2 equal to 144. So that means here a2 equal to 144 by 4, that equal to 36. So as the first side equal to 15, so you can easily find out the area of first square, that equal to 15 square. So 15 into 15, it's 225 meter square. Next, area of second square, that equal to here 36. So 36 into 36, that equal to 1296 meter square. Okay, now you have to find out the area of the new square. So write down here area of new square, that one equal to addition of these two, 1296 plus 225, it's 1521. Okay, 1521. Now you have to find out what the side. So here the side of new square, that equal to root over 1521, that equal to 39. Okay, so if the side of the new square is 39, then definitely the perimeter, okay, the perimeter will be 4 into 39. Okay, so it will be here 156 meter as your answer.